Yo, what's good, y'all? It's Casper. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about the movie Transformers: The Last Night. Transformers: The Last Night is a 2017 film. It's rated PG-13. It's 2 hours and 34 minutes. Directed by Michael Bay. So I needed to check up on Mark Wahlberg, especially him going for a second Transformers movie. The first one was an adjustment movie for me. Didn't really feel like his character was shining as much. I really feel like his daughter in that movie kind of took him away from shining, especially his lines. Kind of cheesy at times. Had to check up on Mark Wahlberg and see how he's doing in this movie, seeing that he's returning. With that being said, this movie has new characters. Surprisingly brought some old faces from the other movie. We have John Turturro back in this movie. We don't have Tyrese Gibson back in this movie. I will start off with John Turturro. It was cool to see him back in this movie. Seeing his face in general as that character, I was like, yes, let's go. They brought him back. It kind of gave me a vibe where it's just like you're trying to fit him in wherever you can and just create a storyline, especially him being missing from the last movie. Tried to make it fun with him, but since he wasn't involved in the last movie, it's a hit or miss with his character. But it was just cool to see John Turturro back in this movie and being himself. You know, he brought the energy and brought what he had to do. I do feel like they should have kept his character going and not leave him out and leave him hanging. That was a cool bright spot in this movie. One thing about this movie I will say as well is it did not need to be 2 hours and 34 minutes. A lot of the Transformers movies are around that time, but this storyline didn't need to be that long, especially like with this movie kind of showing so much history and seeing perspectives that a lot of the other movies didn't get to, and with this one would have definitely executed if they had Shia LaBeouf. Doing this movie show Shia LaBeouf's character, but just a picture, so it's like, is he dead? That's what kind of sucks about knowing these Transformers movies, is that they are trying to get better with every one. Would have been more awesome to see with the OG characters. Literally almost 3 hours. I'm like, bro, you could have cut it down. I would say almost about an hour. With the new characters in here, it's like, okay, they did fit the role. It wasn't something they were trying to transition to be like, oh, they're gonna take over the movie. So I did appreciate that a lot of the new characters did add some sort of different angles to something that we didn't see from the other movie. But I did not like how a lot of these characters all of a sudden have history and they're the main person that are gonna make a lot of stuff happen, like the main girl, the character Vivian in here. Now we're learning about her a lot and she's the one that makes a lot of stuff happen in here. This is where we know her from. It's just this movie. Seeing a lot of these faces, I'm like, kind of getting bored of it. This movie in general was just boring. I didn't like the storyline, didn't like a lot of the moments in here, just felt like a drag. Even seeing Mark Wahlberg, it didn't help at all, but Mark Wahlberg didn't have a bad performance. You could see that he was kind of like a veteran and had experience with these Autobots and seeing the Decepticons. They finally put him in a position where it was kind of like a neutral performance and it wasn't corny or awkward. His action scenes in here were actually fit the vibe, and still a boring movie, still a boring storyline. Really hope that this is the last one I'm seeing from him in this Transformers world. I would just give him a point up more from the last movie. You have Anthony Hopkins is in this Transformers world and knows a lot of history, and he talks about a lot of the history that this Transformers world has gone through. He was one of those points in this movie that kind of made the movie drag a little bit, kind of feel like it's not moving so fast. I thought it was an okay character, but the performance of him acting really did a good job. I don't want to put too much on the new characters in this movie. Didn't overdo the movie. So Jared Carmichael plays Jimmy. Seeing him in the trailer, I was just like, dang, more characters. Let's see what vibe this is gonna bring now. But really cool that he didn't have that much screen time to kind of ruin the movie. The movie really did just focus on just kind of the history of it. Isabela, a little girl in the junkyard, out of nowhere gets added to the movie, and she played her role, a really cool character. She had a little friend, that little robot friend, and that was something that you would want to see in this Transformers world as it just becomes bigger. Really like those two together, and it wasn't something that took off from the movie. Did randomly show up throughout the movie, but it was like funny and those key moments that you kind of wanted to add to the movie. One thing I do like about it is Bumblebee's screen time. I really feel like Bumblebee in this movie finally had a lot of moments to shine. A lot of screen time for him. His action scenes in this movie were actually like, let's go, we want more of Bumblebee. So it's very funny as well that since Bumblebee has more screen time in this movie, my next watch is actually the Bumblebee movie. A lot of people are telling me that I should have started off with that movie, since that one kind of tells the history in a proper way, and then from the Shia LaBeouf one, that's where you want to see the movies. It will make more sense like that. But Bumblebee did shine. Bumblebee was badass in this movie. Real quick, on a bonus point, the movie starts off with a crazy, way long time ago battle scene, and I thought Michael Bay, putting that scene and handling the directing style of that scene, I thought it was really cool to see. I thought maybe he can go that style and do movies like that. If he has movies like that, let me know. But really like how that was kind of orchestrated, the costume design, the look. He's making this not look like a Transformer style movie. I give him his points on that a lot of different perspectives that we saw in this movie. But Bumblebee was a huge plus, especially him getting more involved. Optimus Prime from the last movie, you kind of expected that you won a battle, and then this one, you don't see him till later, I would say middle half of the movie. Very random. People are against the Autobots or don't have no agreement with them. The army people from the other movie not liking the Autobots, saying they're against humans. So that's where it's just like, bro, when did we see this? But when the movie's unfolding, you're like, okay, we'll kind of accept what they're trying to show us. Optimus Prime in here did have that vibe. They have other characters are basically shining. That was an interesting chess move in my opinion, but they still try to put out his few cool badass lines that he usually does. When they ended it the way they did, I'm just like, dang, the choices is very interesting. With Optimus Prime, it is cool to go to Cybertron and see that angle, plus to see it with his character. Don't know too much about the evil villain in this movie. Did fit what they were trying to go for, especially her trying to destroy Earth and make Cybertron what it is. An okay evil character, to be honest, but like with this movie being so long, you just knew it was gonna be good versus evil. One thing about the Transformers movie which they execute on is just the awesome badass cars that they pick up. Love seeing Lambos transform. One of my favorite cars in the world is Lamborghini, so seeing that was awesome, a huge plus. A lot of badass characters in here, cool transforming stuff that you enjoy watching. The noises and the transforming noises are still in the movie. It's really cool that they added a lot more Transformers to the vibe. Real quick with Vivian, it was just another, let's look for a female that looks model vibes, has a unique voice, not from the area, let's just make her look hot. Another choice that just picking out another girl that just gives out model vibes. Her performance wasn't like terrible, but you just understood what she was chosen for. She's a professor in this movie. That title was just like being pushed on her look. That's the vibe I got with her character as well. Glad I survived this movie. After my watching the movie Transformers The Last Night out of 10, I'm gonna have to give this movie a 5 out of 10. So that's my movie review for the movie Transformers The Last Night. Shout out to you guys for tuning into the video. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace, y'all.